Now we want to prove the equations of projectile motion. So let's refer to the equations of motion, stated by Sir Isaac Newton. So the first equation of motion is V is equal to U plus AT. Now, when the motion is moving towards, the upward direction, for instance, now, you know that the value of VA equals to 0 at the final velocity, while the initial velocity is, definite or specific in value. Do you get it now? While the GA will be negative. That is for upward motion. When the motion is moving towards upward direction, G will be negative, which means the motion is against gravity. Then final velocity is equal to 0. Then U is definite with respect to the component of the velocity you are dealing with. Now here, since we are dealing with upward motion, so which means V here equals to 0. Then U here becomes Uy, which is equal to U sine theta. That is the trig function of that vertical component velocity. Then A equals to minus G. Then the T A remains unknown. We want to find the T now. So by, input all these values into the equation, which is equal to V equals to U plus AT. That becomes 0 equals to, then anywhere you just come across U, you replace it with U sine theta. That is U sine theta. Now plus A is minus G, then we have T A. So we now have 0 equals to U sine theta plus transformer give us minus gt. Then you collect like terms. U sine theta transferred to the other side, to the left hand side, we have minus U sine theta equals to minus gt. So the minus will cancel minus on both sides. Then you have t will now be U sine theta over g. So this is the formula for the time taken for the projectile to reach the maximum height. Time taken for the projectile to reach the maximum height. That is the time it takes for this projectile to reach the maximum height. That is the time taken. That is the small t. Now to get the total time taken, which is the time of flight, that is big T. Now the uppercase T will now be 2 times the time taken, which is equal to 2U sine theta over g. Do you get it now? That is 2U sine theta over g. The U stands for initial velocity of the projectile. The theta represents the angle of projection. The g represents the acceleration due to gravity. So the same thing with the parameters we have here. So they have the same interpretation but different formulas. So this is the formula for the time taken and the time of flight. Then we move on to the next formula.